Good morning, everybody. Well, we're out here back at the old grounds. Found a lot of stuff at this old school. We're going to keep hitting it. I have Paul with me today. Of course, it's been a while, so he forgot his digger in his pouch. Happens. But off and running today. So we're going to give it a shot. I'm headed out to the baseball fields out here towards the elementary school, and we'll see what we come up with. That's my second hole. Figured I better record it, and then I didn't push the record button. But 2 inches down, 1225 on the CTX, and got a little charm, little heart. Pot metal, I'm sure. Definitely not silver, but that's my second or third dig. Got a penny and a dime so far, and then this. Wasn't sure if I wanted to dig it, but I did. This one's a 1223, a little bit lower than the heart signal, but could be another piece of cheap jewelry or something, not very deep. Or even better, a pull tab. You know what that means. Dig 1,000 of these and a ring is in your future. So I've been told. Got a nickel tone here. Says a couple inches down, but And in there, maybe a couple inches down. Maybe a little further down than I thought. There we go. Nickel tone or the elusive pull tab. Off and running. That's 2 of 1,000. Got a 1243 right here. Could be a dime. Could be another one of them pennies. It's down there a few inches though. So it says. Yeah, it's down there a little bit. It's a slightly larger plug. I felt something down there at the bottom of the hole. We'll see. Well, it's in here. And look at that. Another stinking Lincoln. Looks like the magic number is 1243. 1143 for the Lincolns. I was never here. Off to the next, guys. Got a 1240 about 4 inches down. So say at the computer. So it's down there a little ways. Mid-sized plugs. They mowed the lawn here recently, and it's been raining for the last, well, off and on for the last couple weeks now. Yay, May. Look at that right there. It is an earring. That's kind of a cool little earring there. Got a little bead on the end of it, a little cheap jewelry. But yeah, cool. Add to the collection. Same numbers, a couple feet from the last one. Might be the other earring. Actually seems like it's a little bit deeper, but it is cheap jewelry, so just might not be responding. Wow, a lot of roots. Actually, no. Pull tab with the aluminum mouth hole piece on there still. I think. We'll check that. Yep. 1223, 1225. Says it's a little deep. Yeah. Just outside the ground there. Crunch. And that was a rock. Some piece of junk that my detector's falsing on. There's a septic drain field out here, so it could be that as well. Yeah, just rocks. There it is. Old pull tab. About 4 or 5 inches down. As I picked that up, it was on end. Right up on the edge. Most likely a penny, 1243. Alright, down a little bit, but we'll just do a little pop bottle size hole here. The bottom of the plug. Whoa. Ah, stinking Lincoln. Probably not. We're not getting any Wheaties out of here. I mean, we have in the past. The school is late 1800s, early 1900s. Been here forever, obviously. Like the little town. And I don't know if I said this in a video once before. Over there along that fence line. Oops. Can't focus when you do that, Rob. There we go. Along that fence line back there. Used to be a train station back in there, back when the Portland Electric Railway ran out here. And they would run basically the middle of nowhere. There's a place called the Clackamas, Upper Clackamas Reservoir. I'm sure they've got a different name for it. They're renaming everything. But up on the Upper Clackamas River, they had the tracks run all the way out there, and there was a little tiny community there. And what they did, to get ridership, they went ahead and set up basically like little carnivals or little town fairs at every stop they wanted to establish. And they would have bands playing, they'd have the farmers market, all that kind of stuff to get people to pay the fares to go out there. And if they like going out there, then they'd make it a weekly thing and the railway would make money and such. But it changed hands a few times, went bankrupt, and cars took over, so they just shut it down. Then somebody got a bright idea, hey, let's do light rail. We need rail service. So when they were installing light rail in Portland, they were digging up rail car rails under the road because there was an exhaustive system of rails out here. But yeah, this is one area out here back in the, I think it was 1930s, 40s, maybe 50s, before they stopped using it. And then they've ripped up the rails. They call it Springwater Trail now. It's a walking trail, biking kind of thing, walk your dog, whatever. It's paved, cared for. Now on the other end is named something else, starts with a C. It'll come to me probably when I'm tisming on something else. But it goes on out. It's gravel. It goes all the way out to the upper reservoir. You can walk all the way down the highway out through Estacada. It goes out there quite a ways. But old railway, a couple of stops along the way. I'm trying to find the old towns so that we can investigate, see if we got to get property permission. Unless it's public grounds, then we'll hit it. Other than that, we're trying to build the courage to ask people to dig holes in their yard. Until then, we'll stay at these public spots. I've been to this school several times, like I said, and it just keeps giving me a piece of silver every time I come out. So I just keep coming out when I have a little bit of time. Only got about 4 hours today. Paul's got to be at a barbecue here this afternoon, so he's only got about 4 hours. So we're just going to kind of scan the whole thing. I've only done half the school since I've been out here. 2017, I think, was my earliest video, maybe 2016. But that's when one of my first stops was out here. Anyhow, enough of the history lesson. Back to the ground. Got 12, 25, 26 here. Pretty solid tone. Says about 3-4 inches down. I know it's pinpointing to about a 2-inch circle, so we'll cut a little extra just in case. I have a little something solid there. Looks like maybe some old brick material. Oh, whatever it is, right there. And a lead wheel weight. Imagine that. That's interesting. The good solid signal, of course. You know, lead gives you them good tones, them good feels. Turns out it's crap. Got an 1144, 1044 right here. Little dime signal. See what we come out of the ground with. Not too deep. Get a little tiny plug here. And what do we got? A stinking Lincoln. Well, now I know those are ringing up high. Sometimes those dimes ring a little low, pennies ring a little high. I'm not sure what you got in there. Might be an older penny too, just before the weedy section. The weedy years have a little more copper in them. Solid 1246, about 3 inches down. Most likely clad quarter. Didn't even make it 3 inches down. Look at that, surface find. Another 1990. Pretty good shape quarter. All right. Building up the clad. Make sure there's nothing around it in case it's a coin spill. That's all she wrote. Well, I wish I would have videoed this one. It was kind of a crappy signal, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it to focus. But a little coin. It's a 1966 Uncle Sam play penny. First I thought it was some kind of foreign coin. Definitely foreign to me, but pretty cool. It's aluminum, so it did ring up a little on the high side. I thought it might be a dime or a penny, most likely a penny, but that is way cool. Just thought I'd show you that one just because I think it's cool, and I've never found anything like it. So there we go, into the special lockbox. I got a nickel tone here, about 4 or 5 inches deep. We'll see if this thing can pick it up. Oh yeah, it's not that deep. Let's see what we can find. Have our Chinese helicopters, our trainees going overhead. For some reason they changed their flight pattern. Their last couple months they've just been flying directly over my house. And it seems like pretty much anywhere I am, they just fly over. I got it. It's in the plug. This side of the plug. It was really shallow. Guess I'll dismantle the plug until I find it. So it's still right there somewhere. I was almost on the surface. And it's telling me 5 inches. This is why. Pencil topper. Unbelievable. Actually, no, it's believable. Alright. Well, see what dirt I can scrape up and put back in there. Drop the plug back in there. Tamp that down on my way out. 1235, 1236. Usually junk numbers, but when you get a clean signal, gotta dig it all. I just dug a dirty signal. It was actually a nickel. But we'll see what we get out of this one. Right there in the bottom. And a stinking Lincoln. Wow, the numbers on these things are just all over the place. Well, this one's a 1244, 1245, up to 5 inches deep. Don't think it's that deep, but we'll give it a shot. Do a mid-sized plug here. Been a while since I've been out. With all the welding and grinding and stuff I've been doing, my wrists just are not liking this digging. Well, it's right in the middle of this thing somewhere. Right on top of it, right in here. There we go. Look at that. Dime signal and another stinking Lincoln. Like I said, they're all over the place. From 23, 25 to 35 to 43. A little bit everywhere. Penny numbers again, but I'm getting dime tones. So how'd you get lost? See, it said 5 inches down. Not that I believe it's 5 inches down, but at the bottom of the hole, there's the imprint. And there's the coin. Did I get the elusive Wheatie? No, I did not. Stinking Lincoln. Unbelievable. Link is everywhere. Old Linkovich. Well, back down to nickel numbers. That could be a pull tab. We'll see. And what do we pull up? We pull up a nickel. Finally got a nickel on camera. Only because I've dug 4 of them now and they each sound like crap. Dug them up and oh man, I should have had the camera running. That's all right. Same nickel signal. Right there, a couple inches down. Coin ball. And sure enough, another nickel. Just about 2 feet from the other one. Excellent. You know, some days you just hammer the quarters, some days you get locked onto a signal. It could be dimes, could be nickels, and I was hitting the dimes pretty good earlier. Now it's nickel season. Let's see what comes up next. Could it be 3 nickels in a row? Well, we're gonna find out. They're in the bottom again. There you are. Come on out of there. What did we get? Garbage. Some metal. All right. Nickel streak broken. Moving on. Well, 1247. Quarter tone. Not very deep, so I'm thinking it's not very old. And we are correct. Old state quarter. Just a state quarter, nothing fancy. Add to the taco money. This one's more of a penny dime sound. Just a couple inches down. So we pop out of there. Keep our stinking Lincoln streak going. A little bit deeper than I thought it was. Go right in there somewhere. There we go. And yep, stinky linky. Got a nickel signal here, but it's kind of on the high end of nickel. Scratchy, and it says it's deep. Probably can slop, but maybe. Could be even a little right there at the bottom. It could even be pull tab. Alright, add that to the collection. I can make a necklace. 1246, 1247. Got a nice quarter signal right here. Obviously not deep. Gonna be some clad, and sure enough, clad quadra. Hey kids, I lost audio, so here are the finds. I've got just under a couple bucks in change: 4 quarters, 6 dimes, 4 nickels, and 13 cents in pennies. But I did get that nice little heart pendant, an Uncle Sam's 1966 toy penny, that little earring there, and all my bits and bobs junk in a wheel weight. So we'll see you out in the field. Happy hunting.